Appropriately enough, we have a Pat Benatar video, Love is a Battlefield. We were just talking, it was shot down on 33rd Street on some weird...
Yeah. This little bar that was about this narrow and no oxygen, they had so much smoke. It was when they had all that poison smoke, you know, so that now, 25 years later, none of us will be breathing. And yeah, it was crazy. And of course, grueling, trying to teach, you know, to feet how to dance, which was hilarious.
Do you have any dance training at all?
Oh, please, no, God. Are you crazy? They were standing there moving my legs where you couldn't see the cameras.
Really?
Oh, please, no.
We were, all of the guys who were saying we were going to ask you to do God.
I know. Someone said to me once, why did people run away when you do that with your shoulders? I said, well, I have intimidating shoulders. I don't know why.
I'm afraid you were going to slam into
Yeah.
them. Another interesting point about this video and the history of video is that it was the first ever with dialogue. How did that happen?
I think it was a bet. I don't remember. We were just, it was that time when, you know, Michael Jackson was doing all those dance videos, and of course, you know, I said, well, why don't you do one? And I said, sure, like a maniac, and we did it, and then they said, well, why don't we throw something else in there to make it interesting? And we were just throwing things back and forth, and so we just stuck the dialogue in there or something else to do that would be, you know. Video was just, you know, it was that time when everybody was going, okay, now what next?
Right,
and so we were just trying to think of things to throw in there, so.
Well, let's take a look at, see what they threw in there to the Love is a Battlefield stew. It's right here. The artist Pat Benatar here in the studio with us tonight. You know, Pat, I wanted to ask you, you live in Los Angeles, do you ever go out to like shows, or did you see the Stones in LA?
Actually, no, we missed the Stones because we were coming to New York, and then we're going to miss them here because we're going.
That's exactly like me. The entire time
yeah,
Stones in LA.
Yeah, I miss a lot of things traveling, yeah.
But do you do that, or do you pretty much
a little bit, not so much. I mean, we just, you know, when you have kids, you know, you stay home, but not that much. We go occasionally see new bands and stuff like that. We've seen everybody come through about 20 times, so.
Right,
yeah.
Right, and I understand Neil was in the earthquake in San Francisco.
Yeah, he was at the Giants game.
But everything's okay, but you were, what was your reaction?
He's Indiana Jones now. He got through the disaster, you know, it was, yeah.
You should get him a t-shirt that says, I survived.
Right, yeah. He said it was pretty intense, but, you know, he drove from the whole way down back to LA just to get out of there. There was no food, no electricity.
But what was your reaction?
I was hysterical. I mean, you know, Italian, I get nuts. You know?
Italian.
I was crazy.
The WASP wives down there, which didn't care at all, just the Italian ones. We're going to be back together tomorrow night with classic videos from, we've got Don Henley coming up, the Kinks, the Cars, more Pat Benatar. We'll take you out with this one from John Waite.